5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now rocking with the Homeboy Etiquette podcast. It's your main man over here at the 5020 Q. Q stands for King, as in King the motherfucking Conqueror. Passing off to my partner in crime, the Arc Reactor.
Yo, this is Kenneth the Raw representing Homeboy Etiquette here on YouTube and Twitch. Also representing KNT Games and KNT Productions here on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. We have a pretty interesting topic today, so I'm going to pass it back to King the Conqueror so that he can go over.
I can't see my face on that.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
All right. Anyway, the topic of the day is the weakest link, right? So, it's like they say you're a combination of the 5 people you associate with. Actually, it's like more combination of like more people than that. The people that you mostly interact with, or you're kind of like a combination of that, right? And if you're a motherfucker that's on your shit, on your grind, on your hustle, and it's you on your shit, your boy Jay on the shit, your boy E on the shit, your boy fucking Kenneth on the shit, and all of a sudden you got this guy right here who's just not on his shit. And you go out, say, I had this happen a couple of times. You go out to a club, Jay over here, let me get a shot of Jack with give me a Coke on the side. All right, your boy E over here goes, hey let me get a tequila and shit, lime and shit like that, pan is tab and shit like that. And you over here, you like, yeah, let me get this little drinky drink over here. Yeah, nah, you just shot that Johnny Walker movie, yep, right there. And you go to this nigga over here and go, hey can you give me a shot? And then all 3 niggas just look, 1, 2, 3 niggas just look around. I'm like, what are you doing in the club?
Yeah, right. What do you know what you want?
Like, what? All right, are you falling on hard times? Did you get in a car accident? Have to pay some shit like $3,600 out the $3,600 out the pocket or something like that? What's going on with you, buddy? Like, we just start talking about he's on the shit, I'm on my shit. We go out to celebrate just being on our shit at the end of the week. Just because, you just want to celebrate. You putting in that work. You putting in that grind. You on your discipline shit. You on your routine, right? You in the gym. You lifting weights. You at work, punching the clock. You in your business, operating shit, doing customer service, whatever you're doing. And all of a sudden, you thinking your boys is doing that. Everybody's keeping in with each other. And at the end of the week to celebrate, just y'all being on your grind. And then you come to find out this motherfucker's been slacking all week.
All right. So you were saying that he was asking you to cover his stuff.
Yeah. And it's like, all right, why don't you got any money? Because I don't manage it well, or my job sucks. The job doesn't pay me more. I was like, do you got skills worthy of being paid more?
Right. Yeah. Competent is competent.
Yeah.
And like, so, I do see your point there, man. And I think a lot of people can relate to the fact that there's a lot of the time there's a guy in the group who's like that, where it's like,
or girl. I think girls like who's on this shit, and then that one friend was just.
A lot of girls are bums in that way, bro. Like, so yeah. Like, but I was trying to keep it to guys, so I didn't immediately flame them. That's a whole fuking.
Well, it's homeboy etiquette, so we're gonna flame all homeboys until we get some homegirls in here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but yeah, we've seen this type of people. We've experienced this type of people where it's like, there's always an issue. Don't have money. Don't have a plan to get more money. Loves to complain about shit. Needs free food, needs rides, just nonstop list of needs. Like, you're taking care of this guy, this adult male, like a newborn child. Like you know what I mean? Like
just being weak as shit. Like, I think about it like this: if you grow up watching anime, you grow up watching like Toonami, Cartoon Network, so we're millennials and shit like that. Yes. And then every show. You got your Dragon Ball Z, right? You got your Naruto, right?
Yep.
You got your Bleach, right?
Yep.
You got your Hunter x Hunter, right?
Yep.
You got your One Piece, right?
Uh-huh.
The main character in that shows, all those shows have what that keeps getting them better? Tenacity, and they also got a rival. And that rival is a friend. I mean, it's not like they got a crew of people that just up to their damn level, and especially like their arch rival, but their arch rival is usually their best friend or some shit like that, their closest friend, like Vegeta and Goku. Like, they made just like, but them two motherfuckers are just the bestest friends on the fucking planet. Just like with Piccolo and Goku, motherfuckers just kept getting stronger and shit. It's like, nah, this motherfucker, I'm training shit. They do Piccolo wrong in Dragon Ball Z. If you ask me, that nigga should be strong as shit. So fuck y'all for that.
I mean, technically Piccolo is strong as fuck. It's just that the power cliff between him and now the gods that are Goku and Vegeta just too wide.
Ain't no fucking Namekian guys. These niggas straight into Dragon Balls. You telling me they can't be stronger? Hey, that's some bullshit.
They started out as demons. Like evil King Piccolo was initially called a demon, and then in Dragon Ball Z they retconned him to Slugman. And like, he basically is just a big slug guy. Yeah. Like all of the lore just went out the fucking window, bro.
Like, all right, you remember Dragon Ball Z once they when they got the Majin Buu saga and they're kicking it back there, and Vegeta just looks at Gohan and is like, "You a bitch." It's like, "You're weak. Dodge." He's like, "You ain't nothing like you was." What happened to all that motherfucking power that you had back then? You ain't been trained. You been over here bullshitting. Motherfucking now the world at crisis. And guess what? Your ass gets blown away by fucking Diabor. Diabor is whooping your ass right now. You making us look bad right now as a crew.
Yeah, you mean after the time skip?
Yeah, and shit like that. Then you get blown away and shit by Majin Buu. At least I blew this fat fuck up to pieces and shit. Nigga, he just bitch slapped you across the fucking field just like a volleyball. God, I don't know if they say score there.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with you.
He's like, man, I'm glad. He's like, I'm glad you ain't my goddamn rival, because I'd be starting wrestling on my like fucking kick back with the feet on the beach there. So I don't gotta train for your bitch ass. Like,
yeah. I mean, like that's a good example because they push each other to be better. I mean, but if you really think about their squad, they're literally the strongest people on the fucking planet. Even Yamcha, the people that people shit on all the fucking time, is still in the top like 3-4 strongest humans on the planet. He has enough destructive potential to blow up the moon at least. You know what I mean?
Damn, they do have niggas wrong too. Like, yeah. Like all that training and shit they do, but it's like,
he ain't shit.
Like I do jujitsu, and then jujitsu is like by training with partners you get better. But if you're kind of like a lazy partner or lackadaisical or some shit, you take it as a sport, you take it as just like friendly competition. But it's like it's just still sharpening steel, right? It's like when you box and your sparring partner is just this guy that he only comes to the gym just once a week or some shit like that, and you're just sitting there just piecing this motherfucker up, and you thinking you hot shit, right? You like, I'm hot shit. I am piecing this motherfucker up. This is supposed to be my teammate, my rival. And then you get into an actual competition to a motherfucker whose teammate is there as much as he's there and training hard as he's fucking training, if not harder. And then he's looking over there and they just training and they fucking sparring. And it's like wars and shit, just to sparring matches, just to prepare to fight you. And then you step into that ring with that motherfucker who has that hardened fucking Spartan partner. You got this fucking marshmallow over here, and all of a sudden you go in, you think you feeling real confident in you, right? You start like pit, pat, pat, boom, 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 and it's like, oh, it's like massacre, and it's like, what? And then you knocked out, you lost, you fucked up, and you sitting there just wondering what happened. You're going over the tape like, I practiced, I was at the training gym, and then you kind of look at his teammate, and his teammate goes up against somebody else. And you see his teammate piece the fuck up out of another motherfucker. And then you look over at your teammate and you look at his teammate and him, and you think about it, he's like, by going up against your non-serious weak ass, drug me down really to more. Here's my level, here's your level. You drug me here, and then I thought I was up here because I was piecing you up like a motherfucker. And this motherfucker and this guy is sitting there going here and here. So that gap is this guy's here, and so maybe he goes here and he goes here, and it's like here. And then it's like up there, and I'm down here with your ass just a little bit above you because of your lackadaisical skills, and I'm getting my ass beat by them because still sharpen still, and they doing the work to keep the shit running between each other, and then you over here just now slacking off, and your lack of discipline is fucking my shit up.
Yeah, like real shit, and like, and I'm sure that we've all heard birds of a feather flock together. You know what I mean? And it's just like Q was saying, or Kang the Conqueror was saying, is that the people that you surround yourself with actually tell you a lot about yourself. And that's the reason why it's so important that your circle is full of people who are all just as motivated and on their shit as you are. Because like when it comes down to it, the weak link, shout out to the title today, the weak link will bring, you're only as strong as your weak link. It will bring down the entire fucking operation. I'll refer to, I think it actually was I think it was Aaron Clary. He was on the Fresh and Fit
I
podcast,
fucking love that guy.
and
Shout out to Pat.
it was him, and they actually there's a few different guests on there as well, and there was somebody, I think Andrew Tate was there too.
Shout out to fucking Andrew Tate.
And basically, it came out that no, it was Andrew Tate who said this. Basically, that one of the most dangerous guys to have in your group of men, your squad of guys in your wolf pack, is to have a guy who can't get pussy, right? That's an example.
We had an example of that, and then they would sell you, they would throw you underneath a bus, dirty Mac to your ass.
They'll lie, they'll deceive, they'll steal, they'll completely dismantle the entire team. And because it's because if there's that lack of ability in him can just with the infiltration of a new girl with a potential competition between him and one of his fellow Wolfpack guys. See, if he had the ability to get girls like the other guys did, he wouldn't have the competitive mindset to be like, okay, well, I have to outdo him to get this girl, or cut his throat to get this girl, because you understand that there's always another girl. You know what I mean? So that's just a small example.
I got a great example with that. Like somebody who has supreme confidence. We're talking about him. So he's supposed to be moving in with me today. And it was just me just going. I'm just usually like my number one strength and clip thing is strategy. And what I've always tended to do is I take a projected situation that's going to be upcoming and I project which ways it can go. And usually I find out one of them, like thanks to my brother, he's like, I pictured my day is going to go to shit. And if it doesn't go to shit, it's a great day. Like I took a little bit of his planning method. Shout out to my brother Jay. And then so it's like when I'm strategizing, I'm figuring like what is the worst potential that could possibly happen. And it's just usually because the best potential, I'm not worried about that. That's just gonna be fucking great because it's gonna be great. Goddamn, ain't the goddamn conqueror. See, you go along or you get dragged. Fuck that, you ain't about to have me looking weak in this shit. I'll drag your ass to the fucking finish. You will suffer, goddamn it. So you get sick and tired of suffering. You want to get strong, goddamn it. Shit. All right, but the point is,
okay,
my bad. I got dragged off track. But so at least the one thing about him, and when it comes down to shout out to Mateus, whatever the name is, Magnificent. There you go. Shout out to Magnificent. It goes, because we have a philosophy, he goes, when it comes down to least, when we interact with the opposite sex, he goes, and I'm in agreement with him, but he goes, no matter what chick, how bad that chick y'all mess around with is, and she, after y'all messed around with her, she comes to me, he's like, hey, he goes, like, I don't want to stick my dick nowhere any of y'all ever stuck y'all dick.
Yeah.
And that's like been my life philosophy too. It's like, I agree. Like, I don't want to, if a girl dated your boy, I don't want to date that chick. Me and her, we're gonna be homies for the rest of our goddamn days. And she'd be sitting there in a damn thong, nude as fuck, and all I'm gonna just see is fucking Magnificent or fucking KMT the fucking Raw or fucking Hooligan the Builder or fucking Atlas just sitting there slapping. Like, no, I'm like, nope, get off me. Fuck off. Nope, go over there.
Oh yeah.
Mom!
Oh yeah.
My mom coming in and start hitting these fucking tortillas. Like, get away.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, when you make that distinction, like, especially if it was a dating thing, right? It was like that was your girl. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, then it's like, no, you can't really do that. Like, at least not imagining trying to get into a relationship with this chick. Like, fuck no.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Now, you get a little R-rated for half a second. Now, if it's just a girl who's just being passed around, then that's a little different. You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, like, I have partaken in that before. Like, where it's just like, okay, well, this is a girl who's just trying to get dick down, and like, so whatever.
I'm like, nope, go find somebody else. No, I don't want to be Eskimo brothers. Absolutely not.
You wrap it up, double wrap it, bro.
I don't give a shit.
Because that mental barrier is there, man. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's not.
Look,
You know what I mean?
soon as I know a girl messed around with one of my friends, and like if we messed around and I didn't notice before, I can negate that. If I can negate that feeling right there, we already had the thing. We might as well continue down this path and see what this goes to. Now, if I have prior information about this shit, curve, because it's like it's not an insult against my buddy. It's just like I don't want to conquer lands and things that he has conquered. It's like It's like God. It's like discovering new land. It's like there's Christopher Columbus, and then there's Jerry Gonzalez. Jerry Gonzalez comes to fucking like, God damn it, Chris been here. Piece of shit. Fuck him. It's like, oh shit, the Bahamas. Fuck, Chris been here.
No, I got you on that, but like I heard a phrase a long time ago that says like everyone's somebody's leftover. You mean like, you know what I mean? Like you're very rarely are you going to find a hymen that isn't broken.
It's not
you
like,
know what I mean? Like so it's like no matter what, unless she's a virgin, then there's still some dude pumping and sweating over this.
It can't be. It just can't be a person that was close with. It's just nah. Just some reason it just no. My brain just goes no, maybe no. Who knows right now? Maybe I say that shit now, but okay, no, absolutely. I can't do it. No,
I got you.
I gotta let it go. Bye. I want to be sitting there just like, so how was it? Like, did you hit that spot to the left? Yeah, I hit the spot to the left. Did you hit the spot to the right, to the down? Oh, I didn't know about that spot. You just sitting there just
next
going over there. Okay, wait. The point is, all right, that's just more on the contact of just in dating amongst your group, and just like why that one person can't get girls or some shit like that. He don't got game and he ain't on his shit. Like the reason why he can't get girls probably is what? You ain't on your shit. You ain't got your finances, you ain't got your fucking money, your career in order, your fitness is fucking slacking as a motherfucker, and you ain't got game. Let me tell you, like it's like what game is. It's like it's just social interaction with the opposite sex. You just sitting there talking, joking around and shit like that, macking it. It's a game. It takes two to play. It takes her to play and you to play. And then like if you can't learn to play the game with the opposite sex to the point where you can just like beat the game, like yeah, girl, like and all of a sudden you walking back, you doing a Michael Jackson Thriller look and shit, eyes going like and it's just like legitimate game because of your personality, who you are as a person, and then everybody else around you has that, but you don't, and you lacking, and then you'll be a detriment to everybody else because at this point you don't just be like, I know all this motherfucking secrets that you want to tell. Yeah, oh, what's up, Linda? Oh yeah, that's your best friend, Brenda. Kyle fucked Brenda in the car 14 minutes ago. And she goes and go over there, Kyle, you did what? And then raises all hell. You just fucking threw gasoline on Kyle's goddamn game.
Yeah,
you just ruined the game.
Yeah, and like, and just trying to stay on subject a little bit, situations like that can completely dismantle everything. So like,
now you ain't hanging out with your boys no more because now everybody's all just like,
Yeah, I have an example of something like that broke up me from like a group of friends. It was shout out to the old rap group I used to be in called Red Car Robbers. The main reason why, one of the main reasons why I left that group was one of the producers had a sister, and we're getting all this fucking attention. We're doing shows, you know what I mean? I'm signing titties, and all of a sudden she starts talking to me, and I'm just like, yeah, bitch, and but we start talking, and she's like feeling me, and I'm just like, oh, I'm about to beat the brakes off this chick, bro. Like I had no idea the connection that she had to one of the other rappers in the group. Apparently, this guy had a crush on her since fucking 8th grade or some shit.
Oh,
you know
shit.
what I mean? And she had friend zoned him long ago, and one of the third member of the rap group, who was a rapper, he came and told me about this because me and her were texting back and forth, I'm easing my way through the bushes about to pull the knife out, you know what I'm saying? And but in that process, he was just like, hey man, I heard that you were talking to so and so. It's kind of messed up, man, because G over here, he's actually likes her and all this. And I'm just like, well, she didn't say nothing about that. She's trying to get some dick. You know what I mean? And then he's just like, yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of disrespectful, man.
Fuck what?
You should respect the fact that he likes it. And then so I was just like, I'll consider it.
So does he respect the fact that she likes me?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. And so what wound up happening is I wound up texting her about it. I'm just like, hey, I just became privy to this information that this guy actually started crushing me forever. But I didn't think there was anything going on between.
What'd she say?
She straight up said there isn't. He's like there isn't anything going on between us. He's like, I put him in the friend zone. years and years ago, but he still like hovers around like a creep.
So
And,
he's
like,
blocking. So he tried to get at something, and then he failed at it. And you're now that something came to you, and it seemed like you're not gonna fail at it. And he's player hating right now.
well, yeah. I mean, he didn't come to me and talk about that. It was actually like his friend was the other rapper who came forward as the white knight for him. And I'm just like,
That's
that's
not the shut up.
I'm like, that's not my fucking fault that she wants me, bro.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing. Because this motherfucker was a weak link in getting the girl that he wanted, it wound up breaking up the rap group because I wasn't gonna stop. I'm like, yo, like she's a baddie. She's like tall ass white girl, skinny, nice ass, thick legs, tattoos, and I'm just like, dude, I am not gonna stop myself from this. All right, and like so.
It's two adults consenting, and she's like, I like you, and I'm like, you like, I like you, and this motherfucker like, I like you. She's like, I don't like you, and then he's like, cock block.
No, like, and that's the crazy part. She came to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, girl.
But like this nigga's been pining over her since childhood, and she came straight to me. You know what I'm saying? With no effort. I didn't even know who she was. Like so because of that, I kept going, and then apparently they knew about it, and then so he gave me the ultimatum. He was just like, all right, bro, we'll already ask you to stop talking to her.
I will punch you in the throat.
So you need to either choose between her or the rap group. And I was just like,
why is that even a thing? Why? Those two are completely separate fucking worlds, goddamn apart.
Well, they conflated it, and this is the problem: is because like when you have a weak link like this, these are the type of issues that can pop up. Because he gave me an ultimatum, and I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take the ultimatum. I won't mess with none of y'all because the chick was the sister of our producer. That's how he got the information. I was talking to him in the first place. She told the producer told him. And I was just like, this is too messy. So I'm not gonna fuck her, and I'm not gonna be in the rap group. Peace. Like I just fucking left. You know what I mean? So it's like
strong on my home.
Yeah, dude. And like because of that, like I learned how to mix and master my own music. I made everything. I made my own beats from the ground up. And then I learned all of the skills that I have now because of that fucking event. Because I was just like, I'll just be like fucking Kanye. Fuck it. I'm gonna do everything my fucking self. You know what I mean?
Or be like Russ, like fuck it. I don't need her. I don't need him. Fuck it, I do it myself. Fuck it, I do it myself. I was like, yo, shout out to Russ.
Yeah, man.
Like, that is a classic. That is a classic song.
But yeah, it definitely is. But that's just a real world example in my life where we had a strong, what I thought was a strong group. We were all working together towards these goals. We were filling out venues, and like for a new fucking rap group, that's rare. You know what I mean? You normally have to do like fucking bars and shit, for like 5-10 people or something like that, and then hope that people start to remember you. We started off the bat with hundreds of people. You know what I mean? So like we had crazy momentum moving forward, and because one nigga couldn't give up a childhood crush who was not even interested in him. So obviously this nigga has issues getting women because you're holding on to some shit from years ago that you'll never fucking obtain, not looking at the reality that there are 3 billion women on the goddamn planet. That shit was enough to break me away, who, sorry to say it, guys, I was probably like the best rapper on the fucking group. That's why after I fucking left, this shit fell fucking apart. Oh shit, coincidence, correlation, causation, the fuck? Like, so it's like, nigga, like so. Yeah, go ahead. I'm getting fucking mad.
Y'all lucky Kevin is doing this experiment of no alcohol.
Yeah, like
for the
this
next couple
completely
weeks.
sober. I've been sober for over 2 weeks now, bro.
Because the people that have just a little bit of tequila, that should have gone like a month. It would have been wild. I didn't mean. Damn, if I knew you were gonna stop like that, I wouldn't even interrupt it. I was like, my bad. I'm so sorry. I robbed y'all of a Kemet rant. Okay, I'm sorry.
I stopped myself because I realized I was getting too like emotionally involved in the fucking thing, and like so, you know, it is what it is. Like,
that is great self-awareness. You know what is great about self-awareness? Because if you're self-aware and everybody else in your crew is self-aware, y'all aware, you should be aware of things that are your kind of weaknesses there, and you can work on the motherfuckers to make them strengths. or make them strengths like that. Because I was
better, faster, stronger.
that shit is cold as fuck. Shout out to Kanye. Shout out to fucking Pusha T. Because Pusha T, you just rocking with his boy. He's like shit. I'm rocking.
And Daft Punk.
But it's like around like the people I was around. Like I have one of the people I have in mind. Like have a different trajectory in life. Like we start off at some point here, and shit splurged off and just split off that way. I went to the Marine Corps. When I was in the Marine Corps, like I countered like a lot of people in a lot of situations and forced situations where it's like teamwork had to fucking work, or bitches we were getting fucked up. And we suffered a lot for somebody else's fuck up, and like we worked together. And then at that point, you have to take charge, lead the goddamn team, find out the weak link, and manage that shit on the team. You gotta fucking go over there, talk to him, coach him, drag that motherfucker with you, wake his ass up early, go run it. I don't give a shit. I will, like, if I'm your damn squad leader, I'm dragging your ass because I don't got time for your bullshit. Like,
yeah.
My bad. Like
Sorry,
an example was when I was in combat training. It was like I remember this story because we was at the defense site. It was nighttime like a mud, and all of a sudden the shot goes off. They asked who did it. This kid Jay comes up there. Sorry if he has to share an issue with my brother, piece of shit. But he comes over there and it's like, who the fuck's your squad leader? He's like, Q. He didn't say Q, but you guys know me as Q. And they're like, oh, Q, get off, what the fuck? And so they start ripping me a new one. And it's like, he has to be stuck with you at all times. And he thought he was just being a pain in my ass and some shit like that. And he didn't know who the fuck he was fucking with. He may have been the weakest link, but goddamn it, I'm not gonna say it was the strongest, but motherfucker, I was moving shit.
Right.
And we had to go over hills and shit like that. He's like, I don't feel like it. Grab that bitch by his jacket with his gear, and I fucking drug his ass up there.
You stupid.
Fuck what you want. We got shit. We got a mission accomplished. Our team has this mission over here to do. Their team has this mission over here to do. If we ain't here to do our goddamn part, that compromises this part, and the overall goal of the fucking whole damn team over there. This is our part of the team over here. We got to do our job. And we gonna do our motherfucking job. You gonna come with me regardless. And enough time happened where he got sick and tired of being dragged. He ain't like do some breakaway shit and get choke slammed or nothing like that. But the motherfucker got the message and he fell in line.
Yeah, and that's the important thing about. Okay, so like you went into self-awareness, and a good part where you'll know if you're in a good circle of people, like people that you can call like wolf pack, whatever you want to call it, your squad. Because normally people who are on their shit call you on your shit.
Yep,
they're like you're fucking up here.
I got called on my shit this week at work.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like in we'll do it like in a funny way, you know what I mean? Like make jokes about it and all that, but we're still calling you on your fucking shit. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, because here's the thing, because it's legs of a table, man. I mean, like, sure, a table can stand with 3 legs, but if you get any amount of pressure on any part of the fucking table, it falls. You know what I mean? So like it's the same thing where it's like if you're a weak link in a circle of people who may have more strength than you, that doesn't mean that you have to remain a weak link. You and this is the reason why when you have people call into like Kevin Samuels, like the guy portion. Right?
Oh man, I hate hearing that shit.
Well, like the guy portion was like I remember one specifically. There was this young cat. I think he was probably like mid-20s, early 30s, and he kept asking Kevin Samuels about how can he find these like top tier guys to surround himself with. Basically, and then Kevin like calling out his bullshit. He was just like, no, like you just want shit for free. You know what I mean? Like you can't just get into a circle of powerful people and absorb their fucking essence and just become powerful. You have to make something out of yourself, and in that process of making something into yourself, you then draw the people to you.
Because you're an asset, you're used to the group. It's like, are you useful to a group?
Yes.
Are you useful to the other man around you? Can you be sitting there doing your thing that's your kind of specialty, your area, and all of a sudden get a call and it's like, yo, can you do this for me right here? Because I know this is your kind of expertise over here, but I need this favor. Can you do that for me? It's like, yeah, I can do. Like, boom, boom, boom. You handle the business, hit the boy back up. Yo, it's done. It's like, all right, yo, dog, I appreciate you. And one day you hit up somebody else in the group. Yo, I know this is your area of expertise. Can you do this thing for me right here? And the dude's like, yeah, I can do that for you. And that's like, boom, 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 boom. People doing their shit. It's like I got caught out on my shit this week by my process lead, and I like my team, I like my lead, and I knew he was right when he said what he said, even though I knew he was right. I knew he was right, and I knew where I needed to correct myself. But to say that it just like he just said what he said, and then like it was a mess up on mine. But even though the other person was ahead, it was a mess up on mine, and it's been a mess up on mine for a big part. But when he said what he said to me, that shit hurt. That shit fucking.
What did he tell you?
That shit hurt. He's like, yo, it's like we can't tell if you're paying attention or not. You're not really participating in things. I was feeling some type of way about kind of being excluded because the way my job is right now is the way the kind of information like figuring shit out. It's like it's in one person's head. They're looking at some shit and they're figuring it out in their head. And we're supposed to be a part of the team, but I can't be a mind reader and shit. And when we go to do a process or something like that, and it's like you're gonna do this right here. And I didn't. One thing, my mistake was I didn't ask questions. I just took it as is, and I ended up making a mistake because it was
You stupid.
Yeah, well, I was stupid. There's a mix-up that happened, and then I couldn't do this part over here, and then I did like the part up to this point, and I made a mistake because this person was here. And even though the person that was leading the project fucked up by not communicating with me and the other person over there, like so that way we get on the same page, everybody knew what we were doing, why we were doing it. And it's like my mistake, even though I wasn't the one that made a mistake, but we cleaned it up enough in time to where no damage was done. And then we went over there to the process lead, and he didn't take responsibility for for not giving out really clear, concise instruction, make sure everybody understood them. For me, knowing how teams are supposed to go in instructing processes with multiple people, multiple units, goes my failure was in not holding that motherfucker's feet to the fire. We still good buddies. It's not his fault. He doesn't have that kind of experience like that to where you take lead process, you just assume people just know what the fuck to do. I should have just questioned him just because. So this person is not speaking up. He may have questions and he doesn't speak up. He may have questions. He doesn't speak up. I have questions and I may ask my little question, something here and there, but then I don't ask enough questions out there to where everybody else can get it understand. You got to get everybody on the same page. So for that, even though he was a process lead, I got thrown underneath the bus for the whole thing like that. It pissed me off, hurt my fucking feelings. But I figured out what I needed to do. So then for the next 2 days previously, I've been on that shit. I was like, what we doing? Why are we doing it? How we doing? Who's doing what? What if this happens?
Yes!
What if this happens? What if this happens? How much time do we got left? What are you doing right here? What if this happens here? Okay, here's what I'm doing. Here's what he's doing. Here's what you're doing. If I can't do this, he can do this. You can do this. Now I'm on that shit. I'm back in corporal mode, goddammit. I am back in corporal mode, and that shit is now permanent because now I know, like, for the things that we work on, it's like you order a gun.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I was waiting for shot to fire.
Oh wait, no, I stopped it just because I.
But it's goal time, and I'm making sure like these are my teammates, these are my colleagues, these are people I spend the majority of my day around. And my experience, one thing I discounted from working with my team is I thought it was the weakest link, and actually I was fucking correct because me not including my experience from the Marine Corps into this damn thing and taking it away and expecting these motherfuckers just automatically assume this shit. There is me being a weak link and holding my team back from getting this shit done the way it's supposed to be done or coming across and correcting problems as we come across them. So me not engaging like that just because I felt some type of way about these motherfuckers not communicating, I'm supposed to make these motherfuckers communicate. It's like, you gonna communicate with me, goddammit. What do we need? When do we need it? How do we need to do it? Who's doing what? Everything like that. Who do I need to call? So from now on, with my team at work, the same with my jiu-jitsu team, the same with my partner here, the same with friends. Like, I'm grilling, like, what are we doing? How are we doing it? Why are we doing it? Everything, questions like that. I'm asking the uncomfortable questions that people they don't want to be wrong about. I'm not afraid to be wrong.
That's definitely just right. And so I have a quick question. We're almost out of time here, but I think we can probably get this. What do you think about a team structure where? Okay, so how does the weak link appear in a structure where you have a group of individuals where they're all vying for leadership?
We're men and we're definitely hierarchical. We will sort ourselves out into a hierarchy just because it's the most naturalist thing to do. It's like Bear Grylls season 2. It's like the men, women on one island over here, the little fucking community group over here. Maybe Becky should lead this time. I don't know, Erica. Becky led 2 times ago. But Erica, you should. I like her. Yeah, I hate that thing. And the dude's over here is like, this one motherfucker. Shout out to this dude over here. He's like, everybody's trying to figure out where we're going. This motherfucker's like, I'm going that
this
way.
Whoever wants to follow me.
Go. That motherfucker walked off, right? Second person walked off. Third person walked off. Eventually, after a while, guys just looked around and it was like, all right, we following him. And they got to the point of the destination. Shit got in order. Eventually, he left the island because of a dispute of leadership and shit like that. But eventually, like they built up shit like they were supposed to and survive and was sitting there cracking fucking coconuts and drinking alcohol.
Okay, so you guys are a little late. We only got like 15, 20 minutes left.
All right, yeah, our bad for that, man. We
got caught up. I'm sorry. And give your plug.
Well, I mean, Hooligan the Builder, OJ the Glove. You know what it is. I mean, you know.
That's right, man. My name is Atlas Nova. You know what I mean? At Atlas Nova.
Cypher 360.
Right.
All right, bet. So we're talking about the weakest link. And one of the most common weakest links that we had in our crew was, you remember the Access apartments, right?
Do I, nigga?
Okay, I was making sure.
Is that a question? What?
All right. Do you remember the days when girls were coming around to the crib, right?
Yeah.
And I remember the following morning doing like a failed night and some shit like that. And when we had a meeting, it was like, some of y'all, there's a subconscious cock blocker amongst the group.
We all did that a lot. Like we called it the cock blocker lobby.
Okay. And so we're talking about a person's ability, at least in his confidence in himself amongst the group, to get a girl. Like if he's interested in a girl, go over there, talk, laugh, socialize, game her up, and everything like that, and be able to get the girl. And then if he got the girl, he's like, all right, well, that's one down, and everybody else talking to the other one. But there would be like motherfuckers that would like a girl, and then somebody else would be having a better time with her. And that motherfucker would come with a subconscious cock blocking, these fucking fuck up everything, and all the girls would be like, you know, it's like I'm ready to go, and they all.
Dude, it ended in fucking flame. Like whenever that would happen, not only would it be a cock block, but it would literally be I'm dropping a grenade in the middle of all of us and destroying it for everybody.
All right,
everybody. You did that. I don't know that.
So, talking about like the weakest link of that, like you're strong in your shit, right? And then how can a weak link fuck up a strong group? Start with you, Hooligan.
How can a wink? They can't. If you're truly strong enough to handle that, you're gonna handle that. I'm living proof.
I got you. But like, okay, so for example, like I gave the Andrew Tate example where he basically said, let's just say like you have a group of 5 guys and all of you guys are pretty much on your shit in just about every way. Like you're your own captives of industry in whatever your specialty is. But one of the 5 guys is completely terrible with women. He can't get pussy, bro. He is actually a massive detriment to the entire group because of the things that he'll do. He'll betray, he'll lie, he'll basically slit throats of his own dudes because of that lack of ability and that insecurity that he has. So like, so what do you think about that?
I mean, the that nigga's he's not in the cipher. Why are we discussing?
Well, oh wait, okay. So I get it. It's like basically Hooligan is saying, once we find him out, we just push him out, go that way.
Alice,
right.
What do you feel? Yeah, Alice, what do you feel?
Man, I think the same. Well, first off, as far as the weakest, like how would we handle the weakest link? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Or how does a weak person dismantle a strong group?
Okay, I see. Yeah, man, that's some real shit. Because it's like a clock, right? You know, all the gears got to be working right and exact. If one of them gears ain't working, man, the whole operation, you know what I mean? The whole entire clock stopped working. So now, you know what I'm saying, we're going to have to figure out what that gear is like you, you know, and Bill said, you know what I mean, you're going to have to motherfucking take that and replace that part with a gear that's working right. You know what I'm saying? Because you a detriment to the whole entire thing, man. We all can't, you know.
And each of your own definition, what would you describe as a weakest link? As a weak link. Right, start off with Rudy.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, someone who is not able to perform their duties.
Right.
I would say the
Wait,
same.
Oh wait, do you want to
Hooligan, want to elaborate on that more?
Yeah.
As far as
Okay, so
it
somebody's
depends
not able
on
to
the
perform the
circumstance.
duties. Okay. Atlas, what you got?
I would say the same thing, but I would say the duties pertaining to that, to that said, group or whatever, right? Because like I said, you might have certain rules that pertain to the outside society, whatever, regular, but you dealing with us or you dealing with whatever group you're dealing with, and if we got like a way of going about things, a process or a methodology, then then it matters. You know what I'm saying? Then it matters. You know what I'm saying? So we can identify the weakest link by that one who's not pretty much showing forth like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What resources do you bring forth? What do you bring into the gym?
And showing too, but showing as well, kind of like Turtle said though. Man, maybe this guy's not good with women and stuff like that. Now you're a detriment to the cipher because it's like, now we're gonna, what I mean. So it's like that's how I see. Now you're gonna have to, either, correct it if it can be corrected or replace it.
Right. And I like to refer to like Hooligan's example real quick. Shout out to Fresh and Fit because, like, for example, Chris. Like one of Chris's main jobs is essentially to go out to like these clubs and bars and strip clubs and things like that, and basically get girls. You know what I mean? Fresh's main thing, he's CEO. He funds it, helps to fund it, and then he also is networking for the more high profile guests.
Right.
And you have Myron, research department background, also has the law aspect, comes with the facts and the stats and statistics.
Right.
And and then they have a couple other people who are working in terms of the production value, putting the stuff online, managing all the comments, and doing all this stuff in real time. Now, each one of them have their own skill set. They're not all masters of the same stuff at the same time. Right. But the thing is that they use their individual abilities to come together, and nobody's taking away from them. You know what I mean? Right. So, for example, we'll just call him G for now. We could have labeled him as maybe like a weak link, back in the day. But one thing that he was great at was being a wingman. If he could just be a little bit more sober, you know what I mean? Then he would be class A wingman. He's a master of that shit. You know what I mean? And but it's just it starts to take away from the group when the level of self-control that other people in the group exert on a day-to-day basis is not being displayed in that person. You know what I mean? Because then it starts to bring everybody down.
And I mean, would you consider a wingman as a top tier position?
Well, it depends. So then that goes into what you guys said. What is the objective of the group? What are y'all about? What are you trying to accomplish? Now, if you're just a group of dudes and your top priority is basically just getting women, then yeah, that would be a top tier position. You know what I mean? But if you refer to Cypher 360, shout out, where it's just grown men doing grown men shit, women are a byproduct of your success and your focus and your collective abilities. You know what I mean? So, I think it just comes down to a context,
I digly do. Marquise?
It's all right, what about an example of business? Say we're all investors and we're supposed to come up with a certain portion of cash by any way that we can. Some people have regular 9-to-5 job. You work at McDonald's or some shit. You work over here researching. You do computers and you do finance, something like that. But if a person can't be disciplined and manage their finances to the group, and you come with your portion, he comes with his portion. This person comes with their portion, and this person just comes up and goes, "I ain't got it, but I want to reap those benefits of it still, though. Y'all gotta make up for me."
Nah, nigga. Then you're not part of the circle, man.
That's the weak link.
Yeah, that's the weak link, nigga. Nah. You gotta come with $1,000 and a pistol in your pocket. Are you not part of the circle? Man?
That's right.
Hmm?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So like I think it all comes down to the context. Now, like I think that you know, the four of us, I think we're all at least like the age of 30, right?
They were the same age.
Yep. Well, I'm 31. If I'm 30.
Yeah, Turtle's old as fuck.
Yeah, like yeah, I'm Methuselah. But yeah, like I would say, like for people like us, where it's like, okay, we're like increasing our skill sets. We're like, well, working on our bodies, working on our money, like working on like a certain direction, and then also, you know, like Q is into like he does a lot of research into stocks. He's making money in stocks. I'm doing like cryptocurrency. You know what I mean? Like you guys are on like the music stuff. Like you guys are like you start to reach out to some like high profile like rappers and things like that. And then also, you know, you guys got some bitches and shit. You got the bitch department covered. Like so
Yeah.
so you got like
Like,
other, and then like the other connecting groups that we have to that as well. You know, like I know people in real estate. I know people investing. I know people like, you know, pretty much like there's a network between all four of us where just about anything can get really fucking accomplished. You know what I mean?
what can't we do?
So, but yeah, you know, like so, and then at this point, I mean, like you've seen it, like there's been a lot of people who dropped off the fucking face of the earth, or people who we've had to purposely drop from our lives just because they're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? And it makes me feel bad sometimes. It's just like I fuck with you heavy, but you're a bum. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Well, it's like for whatever project you sitting there talking to somebody, it's like, yeah, I'm doing this over here. And it's like, damn, I need this position covered. And it's like the other person goes, hold on, let me check my Rolodex. Yeah, talk to this guy. And you're like, damn, man, I kind of need this damn thing over here, but I need it like done like with good right like in the next 2 days ago. You be like, hold on, let me check my Rolodex. Check this guy. And eventually, like it's just like you building a network, like a spider web, and it's like that 6 degrees of separation thing.
Yeah,
it's like one of your strongest connections for when you ever need like a favor. It goes what they call weak ties. It's not like your strongest ties to where you get that favor done by somebody. It's like the weak ties. It's somebody you know of, they know of you, and like an acquaintance. And you go, hey Jerry, hey, what's up, buddy? You do this, right? Yeah. So yo, can you do this favor? Because my buddy, he's working on this thing over here, and that seemed like your thing to do. Can you do me this favor and just take a look at this and handle that? Yeah, I got you. And then you just build up a network that way, and then people can use you to network for your skills and resources, or your network to other people like that. But if somebody's in that web, it's kind of like a weak or a black hole. They just say they more just take and take and take from each part of the web. It can just crumble the whole damn thing. Well, not the whole damn thing, but it can just throw some fucking monkey wrenches in your goddamn watches.
Yeah, it will.
Right. Yeah, like, what do you guys think about that?
I didn't hear that. What'd you say?
Oh, okay. No, I was just asking what you guys thought about that. Like, where, because we're talking about the weak link.
Right.
Well, okay, so I guess I'll summarize.
I got
it. The power of network for.
What would you do if you found out you were the weakest link?
You know what? If I found out I was the weakest link, I have to first start with the self-assessment, and I would say, you know, there's probably going to be 1 to 2 reasons. Whether number one, I'm really not feeling the operation of what's going on, and so I just can't bring myself to go with it. Or number two, I'm just like that individual that's trying to I'm just trying to grab some free benefits and shit. You know what I mean? And or I guess number three, I'm just negligent as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to be down, but you know what I mean? And so if I, based off of those three, if I was negligent, I'll call that responsibility and just try to improve myself. And if I could, I'd, go do my own thing. You know what I mean? But for the most part, me, I'm gonna turn myself up. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I'm gonna try to find out why I'm the weak link. I don't want to be the weak anything. You know what I'm saying?
And honestly, to answer your question, I wouldn't think about it. It's not in my nature. But if I did find myself in that position, I'd kill the next nigga above me.
Damn, we got that is way of the Sith, my friend. Jeez.
Rico killed Mitch and paid in full.
Allegedly.
God.
Allegedly.
Where you have dark the wise head ass. He killing your master, nigga. Damn.
I mean, that's the way it's so, like, damn.
Jesus Christ. I thought that took a left turn off a goddamn cliff. Okay. All right. I
know what it is, nigga.
I understand. I say personally, in my situation, I've been in that situation before. I can bring it back to like B-Boy. And like, because when I first got into it, I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then like we had like we were like making little groups here and there in high school and all that. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, I met like the niggas from Hinkley. So that was Sorrow, Puppet, Escaleto, Flex. You know what I mean? And they were at a skill level that dwarfed mine at the time because I was still pretty fresh. And I immediately was just like, I have to beat all these motherfuckers. I have to be better than all these niggas. And like, that's the new benchmark. You know what I mean? So like, I trained day and night to surpass all these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Sorrow became rivals out of that shit because I was just like battling. Every time I saw that nigga, I'm battling this motherfucker.
Yeah, who was there with you?
You know, like, well, yeah. See, you came along once we started like once we started like going on our conquest. You know what I mean? And like we had just got done beating up the niggas at Overland, and then you showed up, big ass smile on your face. Hey, what's up, nigga? I'm who? You're like, hey, I'm trying to get into this B-boy shit. And like, yeah, I'm just like, hell yeah. And like, but I always felt like every single time I reached a new benchmark, I would immediately find that I'm at the bottom again, or at least I felt like I was at the bottom again. And then so I just feel like, now I gotta beat that motherfucker. And then I train my ass off, get to that level. It's like, now I gotta beat that motherfucker. I gotta beat that motherfucker. Like, I'm just highly competitive that way. So the short answer to sum it all up, when I feel like I'm the weakest link, I then lose my fucking mind and do whatever the fuck I have to do to be better than the person I feel like I'm less than. So almost kind of like what Hooligan said, I'm gonna kill the next guy above me, you know?
Yeah.
I'm still that nigga
Bro, I'm never gonna be the weakest link. You never figure that.
You know what?
Hey.
You know, I think there's also something to be said though about identifying what your ability is. You know what I mean? Like, because you got to think, if you're talking about, you know, if you identify yourself as the weakest link or whatever, right? It's just like if you go back to the example about Fresh and Fit, they all have different roles, right? However, if you feel like you're the weakest link, you know, you're not the weakest link in terms of doing what he's doing or what that guy's doing. You know, you're the weakest link in providing what you're supposed to provide to the, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of hard to kill the next guy above you because he doing what he doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so really here, all you could really do is just turn it, you know, what you do.
That's all I know how to do, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I had a situation at work where it was like I was the weakest link, and I was like, bet. I'm like, I'm hound. All right, who knows what? Come here. Why are we doing this? What are we doing? How are we doing that? How many do we need? Why do we need that part right there? How deep is it supposed to go? Who the fuck is supposed to be handling this? Is that motherfucker right there? Greg, get the fuck over here.
Like, calm down and sweat.
Hey, nah. Don't take it like that. Take it as a learning experience.
Oh, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone's telling you something, take it all in, and beat them with it.
Learn from everybody.
And beat them in the head with it.
Yeah, you feel me?
Oh yeah, I'm learning more now. I'm just like, it's on. Like, I'm definitely learning more because I was like, absolutely not. I can't be the reason why you don't have confidence in something or why you get worried about this when your mind is supposed to be focused on that one. I can't have my team lead worried about if I'm doing the correct thing the correct way or something like that. I'm like, cool. I know I'm lacking that, so I know I need to pick it up, and I'm working at that shit. So that way, when he's like, oh, who's working over there? Oh, Q. Oh, you got that shit. Even though I still grab his ass, I'm like, come double check the shit just to make sure, motherfucker.
Right. And like, there's something to be said about what all of us have been saying here today. Like, because like, I've really been thinking about the concept of like, you know, basically assembling the League of Incredibly Raw Gentlemen. And like, so it's like, it's not necessarily that we all have to be good at the same stuff, just like Terrell was just saying. Atlas was just saying. It's more just like you find what your strength is and you master the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? And like so that it actually is you're the subject matter expert of whatever you do. Oh shit.
Oh, did check out. Ah, fuck.
Oh,
Well. Oh no, they don't.
wait, they pop back in. There we
Yeah,
go.
we're here.
Come back to the land of the living.
Yeah, just pop back up.
But yeah, man. Like become the subject matter expert for whatever you do. And it's just like what Q was saying before. Like a lot of the work for like the stuff that like I'm good at, I always got like from an acquaintance. It was just like, oh yeah, like I heard from so and so that like you do web design, that you can help with music, that you can do stuff in advertising and stuff like that. And I was just like, how did you hear about that? Like, you know what I mean? Like I've been putting myself out there like that, but I just make money on the side because people just keep like, oh yeah, he can do that, and like that's kind of what it takes, right? Is because like let's just say that we were going to start some kind of movement or conglomeration. Shout out to Cyber 360 again. And then it's like, okay, what's the overall goal here? What are we trying to accomplish? Is this a movement? Is it something where we're trying to amass a following? Is it something where we're going to be educating? Or is it just going to be like we just basically push each other to be the best people that we can be? And then the results of whatever the results of that are, like we just accumulate that, collect it, and then maybe help some other people. It really just comes down to like the overall motivation,
Saying that is
It's
right.
like, for example, like there's like the Fresh and Fit show. So like they'll have Fresh and Fit, Rolo Tomasi, Andrew Tate, Donovan Sharp, Aaron Carey, and like these Clary, sorry. And like they're all subject matter experts in what they do, but at the same time, it's all different. But then they all come together for the express purpose of explaining the differences, like explaining what it means to be a man on your shit, explaining how to interact with females and how to deal with relationships, and then understanding your role. So like even though they're subject matter experts in their own thing, they all come together in order to be able to spread information about a common understanding. So so actually, since we have the chance to shout it out again, do you guys want to give a brief description or of what you guys are trying to do with Cypher 360?
Right, exactly. I'm so glad you asked. And so what we are doing at Cypher 360, what I want to just say is that we're concerned, just kind of like you said, with an ideology, a particular type of ideology. It's almost like you hear things like the red pill, the blue pill, the black pills, etc. Right? Our ideology is going to be representative of what we're going for, and it's going to be I was almost thinking putting into the form of what a pill, right? Like a sapphire pill or something like that. But it's going to represent this ideology, and this ideology is going to be incorporating things that you might hear from this red pill community, right? As far as the reality of female nature, but in reality, you're going to be hearing things that we're going to be implementing, such as our key tenet, which is the black man is God, and we want to approach this not really from a religious standpoint, but we want to see how this correlates, and we're going to investigate and prove how these things correlate with these other ideologies. For instance, just for an example, we believe that the black man is God and God of the universe. What this means, all things are submissive to us. This corresponds to the women, right? We believe that if you come into the knowledge of yourself, God, the as man, the next thing you come into a full knowledge of is woman. I hear women tell me all the time, like, man, you women almost like we know ourselves. And I said, well, if I come into the knowledge of myself, then I know you, and then I get to know a bunch of other things as well. And that's just a small part. So, we have a book actually being typed up, a couple chapters coming into it. Look forward to it, the Sapphire Pill. And is this going to be our ideology that we're bringing up to the table, basically, Cypher 360.
Yeah, bro.
Individual parts and opinions make one cipher, which is 360 degrees. So,
hell yeah, bro. All right, bro. Like I like that shit. So we're almost out of time here. Do you want to go into final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I mean, if you're the weak link of the group, isn't that kind of like, it's like, holy shit, okay, it's me. I can work on me. I can build me. I can trust me to build me up because I want to be the weak link and I want to be better at what I do, and that way I'm better for the group. I'm better for myself, and then I'm better for the group. So, I mean, yeah, I would rather be the weak link so that way I can just put in that work myself and get this thing leveled up better the way it's supposed to be. Then if it's not me as the weakest link and I gotta trust that person to be able to build himself up, or we gotta make that hard decision, cut him off, and then be able to pick up the slack where he's missing at.
But you got to think of like, if you have that resolve, you're not the weakest link. Anyone who has that resolve is not the weakest link.
Somebody with that type of mentality is beneficial to the team, man. It's them guys that feel like, man, I don't gotta change. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. They can't recognize the error of the ways. They're not willing to be educated or, to follow the system. Them guys, they're the real weakest link. If you messing up, but if you're willing to change and educate yourself, you're really the weakest link. You just need improvement. We don't got to replace you. We just got to correct you.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think I have too much more to add besides, being the weak link. All that did for me personally was motivating. Because I'm just an extremely competitive individual. I'm like, I hate to fucking lose.
I don't mind losing, but I better be losing for a damn reason. So that way, the next time this shit happens, I ain't losing.
Oh yeah.
But that means you ain't losing. If you lose for a reason and you're gaining something from it, you're not really losing. You're gaining experience.
Yeah, you win in information. You win in wisdom. In a moment, like I really let myself feel that defeat, and then I sit and brood over it for fucking ever, picking myself apart, picking the situation apart. I'm like, this shit is never fucking happening again. I'm never losing, which is complete cap. Of course, I'll lose at something again. Like, you know what I mean?
And you just repeat the process.
That's the motivation to then excel. And I also think that it's super healthy to be in a group where there's friendly competition in certain ways and having somebody above you or somebody who you're switching places with in terms of ability and all that here and there in order to keep you on your toes, keep you improving, and also give you another benchmark to shoot for. You know what I mean? I tell my brother all the time that buff ass nigga bodybuilder or whatever. I'm just like, you're my competition. And it's friendly competition. Like I'm not gonna slap you or something.
Well, no, and we grew up on that. That's hip hop. Yeah. That's hip hop, bro. Like even with me and you, I met you in competition.
That's big ass.
You were my teacher, and then we became competition, and now we're best friends. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, like those fucking 4-hour breakdance sessions outside the fucking rec center, having 14-round battles and shit. Can't breathe, can't move.
Yeah.
Like after that shit, bro. Like, yeah, I remember that. Son of a bitch.
Oh man.
Yeah, because I remember that time at 40 Proof when you killed, they had a live band there, and you did a set that was so fucking wavy. I literally shook this nigga's hand. I said, there is nothing more you can learn from me, bro.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
I'm not.
He was like, you are my equal, man. Like, I was like, damn.
After that, I almost got heart palpitations. My blood pressure skyrocketed. I was sweating, and I was tasting copper. And bro, but that's all in good fun. You know what I mean? Because when it's friendly competition, that's what that group is for. You can't have a week.
Yeah, but we're both growing.
All of you guys have that personality.
Fuck that! I would drag. I don't like weak links. So I don't like people that aren't willing to just do the work.
Well, drop them, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, that's the weak link. Just willing to.
If you're talking about strictly a person that is a weak link that isn't willing to put in work, drop them. But if they are willing to try, keep them.
Oh yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about that mutant nigga in 300 that Leonidas refused to let join the squad?
Wait,
because he couldn't lift the shield high enough.
That nigga had it. He just wasn't gonna fucking formation.
He didn't fit the standard.
A little bitch.
He ain't fit the standard.
The desire to win. He was supposed to be thrown off the cliff as a baby, but somehow he survived. Yeah.
Oh, man, he died.
Yeah. He shot him twice, but he ain't died. It's like, you know he died.
Oh, man.
Cannot use you.
That's crazy, man.
It's true. It's like
Leonidas.
it's like you would have just fucked us, got us all fucked up.
And what's the equivalent these days of a guy like that? That's just that one nigga that want to be down so hard with the circle, and we just, you know, man, you cool, bro, but we just, I don't know.
Yeah, like, I mean, you can move in the circumference, but
Yeah,
you're not in the circumference.
Yeah, you around the parameter. You know what I'm saying? You be around the parameter.
you
but,
circulate the sun.
you go orbit and
you know.
shit like that. But, yeah, we just can't let you.
That's what they said. They ratted him out. And if anything, if Leonidas would have knew, then if he would have knew what would have happened, he'd just shanked him. Like,
Nigga, if he would have knew what had happened, he probably wouldn't have made this decision. You feel me?
He would have just put up with his ass like fuck it, man. Put up with his ass, kill this nigga one night while he sleep or something. You know,
we ain't about to compromise the mission because your ass can't compromise your weakness.
Okay, bro. Like, if I know for
damn
facts
field.
you cannot lift 5 pounds, you're not gonna be on the squad. You can follow the squad. That's fine. You can better yourself. I'm not saying that.
Bro, you could promote us. You could be like our
promote
street team and shit.
Yeah, do that. Just stay in your lane.
Dang,
Stay in your lane, kid.
like what you got to do with like the younger cats, where it's like, you know, like these are the prerequisites if you want to be rocking with Cypher 360s. I mean, like you got some bare minimum shit you got to get under your belt. You have to have some level of understanding. You need that $1,000 in your pocket, still in your hand, and the will to succeed. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and it's just like almost like gangs, you know, even with gangs, you know, like there's literature behind it, you know, maybe not like, you know, some of these new school gangs, but you know, back in the day they used to have like gangs, you know, with literature behind it and shit like that. And they're like, man, you don't know what this means, man. You can't be saying this and that, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, we ain't a gang or anything, but the literature, the knowledge degrees, I understand the understanding before, you know, if you can't willing to do that, man, you know, you're a weak link. And now you just trying to gain the benefits of this said knowledge, but you know.
So yeah, you can follow the cipher, but you're not in the cipher.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you ever remember that line from Jay-Z and Reasonable Doubt when he said, "If everyone in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged. No one to fall because everyone will be each other's crutches."
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
Exact and correct.
You know what I mean? We all got each other, you know what I'm saying? And everybody compensates for each other's, you know what I mean? You know, it could be like Turtle said, you know, you might not be good at this, but you good at this though. And I ain't good at that. So now, you know, we get enough of that. Now, you know, we got a network of people good at everything, you know. We pull from
and that's what I'm saying. That's a circle. That's a cipher.
That's a cipher, yeah. Right. Because no degree in the cipher, no degree is the same. I always like to say, somebody could say, think of a car. You know, you could think of a truck, you might think of a Lexus, you know. We all think of different, you know, cars, but we all thinking of a car. The cipher is the car, you know, the big picture. But you know, we all have, you know, there's more than one way. Yeah, more than one way to achieve one arithmetic. You know, you can do, you know, 5 + 5 is 10, but another guy might be more comfortable going another way. You know what I'm saying, to get to 10. But you know, man, as long as you can get to 10, man, whatever way you're doing.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah,
that's a great way to end this because
I'm about to bust.
Was that Hank Hill, nigga?
Yeah,
man.
Shut down the water, bro.
All right.
So you want to get Captain how to do their plug first?
Yep. All right. Yo, do you plugs?
What's up?
Do your plugs, bro. We're about to.
Oh shit!
No, we're about to.
I'm about to bust.
Yeah, man.
Don't do that.
Not yet. Wait till we after
Still in the builder. Ojetic glove, man. Check it out. And AMP the AM, and then let's go to Toronto.
You know, man, Atlas Nova, Cypher 360. You know, like I said, we look out for the book, the Sapphire Pill. We on the way.
Hey,
Yeah. Man over at the 5280Q. Q stands for Kang, as in Kang the Conqueror, passing off to my motherfucking partner in crime, the Arc Reactor.
Yo, this is Kevin Thurrell representing Homeboy Etiquette here on YouTube. Also representing
Cypher 360.
and KNT Productions here on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Yeah, so if you guys haven't already, make sure that you like the video. If you have any suggestions about any comment, or you have any comments or suggestions about any subject you want to cover here in the near future, make sure to leave that in the comments down below. And if you have not already, smash that like button, smash that follow button, and smash that subscribe button. And if you're on YouTube specifically, make sure the bell notification icon is turned on and set to all, so you'll be notified anytime that we're uploading new content. With
Yes.
all that being said, we appreciate everybody who came through to the stream.
Hey, wait, Turtle.
You guys.
Turtle.
What's up?
Y'all 360, right?
Of course, man. We on the
Cypher
cipher.
360, nigga. I mean,
All right.
We on the
Straight
cipher.
up.
We on the cipher. You know that. Great.
bring
Peace,
these
everybody. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.